Good evening. We present the news summary. The SPTC has announced that starting from this coming Saturday, the 12th of July, it will introduce its new bus services on My. Head of the Corporate Affairs at the SPTC, Alex Etienne, gave an interview stating that the new timetable is due to the increase in passengers, making the demand for public transport higher. The public can access the new schedule on the SPTC's social media page and website. The Seychelles United Movement Party has launched its manifesto, Your Hope, Our Mission. This was during a press conference at its headquarters at the House of Francis at Ilujipor this morning. The manifesto is based on 5 pillars, which the party president, Marco Francis, says will be actioned upon during their first 100 days in office should they win the election in September.
The first important pillar is economic prosperity. On our door-to-door, we've seen the people saying today they are poorer than they were 5 years ago. So for us, economic prosperity is key. But what makes a country prosper is the stakeholders, which is the private sector. So that's why in our manifesto we have said we have to remove the bureaucratic process, do the ease of doing business, also access to finance. So we have put a lot of element on economic prosperity and also distribution of wealth. That's why we put free childcare, reduce the cost of food at STC. STC awarded that it made 65 million rupees profit. STC mandate was not to make that kind of huge profit. STC mandate was to bring down the price of food to the people. So we need to have the country to be prosperous so that we can move to the second pillar of our reform, which is our health. Health today, people have no confidence in our healthcare. But the healthcare today is not a hospital, it's not a building, it's the people, the health workers. So in our manifesto, we put a lot of effort on our people, the health professionals. Our third pillar is our education. In our manifesto, we talk that we need to have a reform in our education. And our reform is we want to decentralize the school. Every school will have its own board. And the government will give it its budget, and they run the school, same as the private school run. Let the people take ownership to run the school. We believe that when people have ownership, people will care, people will aspire to make things better. Our fourth pillar is our social services. We cannot leave anyone behind. We know people falter, fall down, and when they fall down, it is our responsibility as a government to hold their hand and to make them back in the good parts. So today, when people go to the social welfare to seek a little help, they have to wait 5 months, 6 months for the application to process. We say we need to have a reform. The first month we assist you. If it takes 1 month to assess your application, then the second month we will know if you qualify or not qualify. Because when people hit your door, they need the help today. They need food today. They need to pay the electricity today. They need to send their kids to school today, not to get aid in 5 months. Because what are they going to do within the first 5 months? And our fifth pillar is our law enforcement, our fire brigade people. They are key to our society. We need to empower them. We need to pay them well. We need to care for them. Because when we go to work, we depend on them to keep our community safe. When we sleep at night, we depend on them to keep our community safe. So we need to empower them and pay them well and show that there is a part of a career in the law enforcement and in the fire brigade.
Seychelles and China continue to take bilateral steps to expand relations between the two countries. This was announced in a conference between Seychelles officials and a delegation from the province of Sichuan from China this week. Several agreements signed on the cooperation and exchanges, especially in the field of tourism, were highlighted.
Guided by the consensus of our two leaders, the Chinese embassy, we are working very hard to promote two-way tourism because China is very rich in tourism resources, and also we consider Seychelles as a pearl in the Indian Ocean. So both of us, we do together and we promote each country's tourism to make benefits to the people. So that is the main purpose. And also we think that next year will be the China-Africa culture and people-to-people exchanges year announced by my president. So we are now well prepared, and we try our best to make the seasonal flights as regular. But we know that there is a long way to go.
And this was the news summary. Thank you for your attention.